Hello, welcome to your August 2018 reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Actually, whenever I was meditating and pre-shuffling for this video, I had like a vision of a tree that was growing and blooming fruit. So I don't know, I feel like that I got the energy from that whenever I was meditating, that there's a lot of growth going on for you during the Leo season. Usually this is kind of like a time of manifestation, but I kind of felt like for you that it's a time of growth. So I'm going to go ahead and get into your reading and we will see what is going on for the sign of Taurus. For August 2018, this will be like the 15th through September 1st. Yes. So let's see. Provide messages for Taurus, August 2018, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I just keep feeling like a lot of growth. I don't know if this summer you've had a lot of growth or if a lot of growth is coming. There's a lot of growth in a relationship, finances, but I just feel like, I don't know, something is telling me that there's a whole lot of growth that is going on here for my Taurus people. Okay. So first I'm going to tune into your energy and then I will tune into the energy of the person that you are dealing with. Or it could be like, a sibling. It's usually like a romantic partner, but it really can be anyone that kind of the overall energy for the person that you're dealing with in a relationship, whatever type of relationship that may be. Ooh, goodness, cards are jumping out. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take these. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna take one more. I just feel like I need one more. Okay. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit in reverse, which kind of means like the Hermit usually is about going inside yourself. The Hermit doesn't really have anything outside of himself. It's like all of his richness and his growth is inside of him. But since he's in reverse, maybe you're kind of having a block. Your overall energy is not being super enlightened about a situation, maybe feeling a little confused or lost. Like the Hermit kind of represents being able to be alone regardless, not needing much guidance from anybody and having all the answers. So in reverse would mean that maybe you're looking outside of yourself for something that really you need to find within yourself. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, your energy is Strength in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Hanged Man. So I do this as past, present, and future energy. So your past energy is Strength in reverse, which honestly can mean not necessarily that you're weak, but that you don't see the strength that's within yourself. It's kind of like being blinded to your own strength. That's not always necessarily being weak. A lot of times it's just that you're blinded with your own strength. Maybe things are going on outside of you that you can't hone into your own strength that you really do have. And you're feeling a little bit lacking compassion, maybe lacking the drive and the motivation to be really strong, but it's there. So just always remember that if you're feeling a moment of weakness. Also, you have the Ten of Cups in reverse, which sometimes can signify that that you're having this can be health problems. It can be problems. And like when you think of the Ten of Cups, you think of a unified family. Like you are doing well, I'm doing well, everyone's doing well. And this is in reverse. So it's kind of like you're feeling a bit off. Like I said, sometimes cups can represent, usually they represent emotions, but sometimes they can represent health. So I feel like from what I was feeling before, like a lot of growth is going on. I feel like emotionally you're feeling a bit off. And I feel like since you're in the Hangman's position in the future, it's like the Hangman is kind of just sitting there absorbing where he's at. He's not necessarily moving, but he's very content with where he is. So I feel like maybe that you're coming out of a stage of feeling weak and feeling like you don't have everything together. But in this slow moving state where you're just at a standstill, you're okay. It's like the growth is occurring in the Hangman, which is exactly what I visualized when I was meditating and shuffling for you. It's like the growth is in the Hangman. Like these past things and present things that are going on are getting ready to come to a place where you're okay, where you are, you're sitting there thinking of everything that's gone on or that you've been going through, past, present, and future, and you're okay with it. Like you're gonna take the next step forward in the right direction. It's like you're just kind of sitting with what's going on and you're making it work. I always think of someone who like has gone through a situation, good or bad, who's sitting in it, accepting it, and ready to move forward. Now, the energy of the person that you're dealing with is very cold. They're very cut off emotionally, maybe even a little bitchy or rude. But that emotion is coming from a place of hurt. If you can see here, they have the Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is just being very hurt. Like it's like they're closed off emotionally and kind of grouchy and rude because they're hurt. And interestingly enough, it's like they're hurt because of some sort of deception that's occurred, that's came out. It's like some sort of secret, and it could be a secret that they've been hiding within. You know, it could be something that everyone always thinks that this card means that someone's been lying, cheating, or whatever. But a lot of times, and that can be it, but a lot of times it means that you're lying to yourself. So the vibe that I get from this is this person is kind of shutting off their emotions and their love. It's like there's love here. There's definitely love here, but it's not on this person's side and on your side, but it's just kind of, there's like a block going on right now. And it feels like it's because of some deception. I don't know if they've been lying to themselves or if some kind of self-deception came out or some kind of secret came out, if they, cheated or someone else cheated and it came out. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but they're hurting right now and they're having a hard time expressing the way they do. There's tons of love, but they're having a very hard time expressing it because they're just not feeling very enlightened. Like that's the overall theme here. So let me go ahead and shuffle for the advice. Okay, let's get some advice. Advice for my Taurus. Advice for my Taurus. Oh, here we go. Okay, lots of reversals here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another deck and clarify this advice, because the advice is the Emperor and the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is just some masculine energy that's not messing around. I mean, almost feeling manipulative and financially not doing so well, not feeling so well in the home. Yeah, and the Five of Pentacles came out, which is feeling abandoned, left out in the cold. I feel like someone here feels like that they're not fulfilling. I'm hearing like they're not fulfilling their financial obligation. Like they're feeling like, I feel like this is the advice. Okay. So, but what I'm gathering from it is someone's feeling like less of a man. I feel like this is geared towards masculine energy. They're feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, possibly like they're struggling to find new ideas and ways to make money. They're kind of feeling like they're knocked off their throne. And with this being in the advice, I think the advice is that they need to step it up, step into their inner power. Like they really do have the capabilities to be the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. They have everything they need to be strong, but they just don't see it. There's like, I'm feeling a block. Like they just it's like they have all the tools that they need to be the person that they need to be. And this could be you or the other person, okay? You have all the tools that you need to be the person that you want to be, but like deep down, you just kind of feel like you don't deserve it. Like you're left out in the cold. You feel very abandoned by hope, like I feel the lack of the Hermit at the bottom is like the lack of hope, and you just don't feel like your ideas or your money's manifesting or going anywhere. And I think these in reverse are saying the advice is that you need to turn that around, that you do have the skills, you do have the capability. Just right now, You can't see it clearly. So there's strength here, and there's a lot of growth going on, but there's a lot of pain. Someone's hurting. Someone's definitely hurting. You're the other person, and they're struggling to get their bearings. But it's like they have the strength. They have the Emperor there. They have the King of Pentacles there. They just aren't tuning into it. So let's check out the outcome, and then I'll do a quick oracle for you, and we'll wrap up here, Taurus, okay? Sorry that this reading is kind of dark, but I still see lots of hope here. It's just it hasn't quite turned the corner yet. And the cool thing about Leo season is this is the time to plant the seed, and Virgo season is the time to bring it into fruition and manifest it. So I really do think, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful is the outcome. Exactly what I just said, actually. I really do think it's coming. I just think it's not here yet. I think that you're coming out of a time of hurt and pain, and people are struggling, and, good stuff is coming. Okay. Oh, perfect, perfect. So this is really great. Your outcome is just absolutely wonderful. In my perspective, from where I saw the reading, the growth that's coming from this is lots of hope. Exactly what I said. I feel like there was like tons of hope in this reading. Like it's just someone's just not there yet. Like they need to sit here and figure it out so they can get where they need to go. But the star card is like a dark night being led by the stars, being led by the wish and the dream and the hope that it's there. Like the manifestation is there. And really the way you're going to get there is by recuperating. Like all this pain here, the Four of Swords is just about resting and being grateful for what you have and being ready for that corner to turn in Virgo season. I feel like it's coming. It's getting ready to happen for you guys. So whatever pain is going on here, it's coming to an end, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, you have Justice. Beautiful. Justice is about karma and remaining balanced. So it's like this whole karmatic relationship, this whole cycle and this outcome is getting ready to turn around for you. It's getting ready to really work out for you. So I'm really, really happy for you, Taurus. I know it might seem kind of rough, but I feel like Virgo season has some really great blessings on their way. I'm going to read from my Halloween Oracle deck. It's actually kind of geared towards Halloween, but it has great messages. So bear with me. And I will get your oracle and you will be on your way. I hope you like your mid to end of the month August reading. Let's get you an oracle card. And I might read from the book if it's something that I feel like needs explanation with this reading, because this is some heavy energy that's about to be turned around, and I really feel like we can if we need to, we can read exactly what the book says from this. So the spider, this is about community and web weaving. So the spider is all about putting a lot of time into your career. It's about like making connections with your career that balance with your family. So it's like sometimes you need to go out with your friends. Sometimes you need to build relationships with colleagues to build your business. Sometimes you have all these obligations with family and children, and you don't feel like you're centered with everything else. But the great thing about the web weaving is just about building those, like connecting those webs, making everything balanced. So at home, you're balanced, at work, you're balanced, finances are balanced, but you're still building the networking and the connections that you need to make things happen, which kind of, I think, resonates with what's in your advice. Becoming the emperor and the king, getting everything back on the right track, So I really think the spider is just about reach out to your resources. It's more about going on the outside instead of going on the inside. So maybe a lot of this healing's coming and more things are coming into fruition. But anyways, I really think it's a great card. So just focus on your family and all your endeavors and the good things you have going on, work, balance everything, community. Sometimes it can mean like giving back, like, doing some kind of philanthropy work, whatever. So, and that's just an oracle reading. So that's just like a good advice for coming into the end of Leo season. So it looks like there was some heavy energy, but I think it's about to turn around. This outcome is great. It's just resting in hope and knowing that the next corner is going to turn for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, Taurus. And I hope you have a great August, and I will see you back in September. Thank you so much for viewing my channel.